Hello everyone and welcome to Nintendo Lounge. I'm your host Scott. Joining me as always is Jimmy. And
Hi.
Last week we were going to have the Nintendo Direct, but unfortunately Japan had a terrible earthquake and hit Hokkaido very hard. A lot of damage was made over there. Quite a few lives lost, a lot of people injured.
Yeah.
So Nintendo did the right thing out of respect for those people and decided to delay that Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
And the reaction to that, because a lot of people say that the gaming community is very toxic, a very horrible place.
Yeah, they
but
do.
seeing all the responses to it, it made my day, honestly. So many heartfelt messages, so many people saying that they totally agree with the decision, that they hope everyone's okay, giving their love and support. The nicest thing ever. I only saw about 1 or 2, 3 just sort of troll responses.
Yeah.
And most of the time, I saw more people complaining about people being horrible than actual people being horrible.
It's always like that, isn't it? It's like, I'm gonna be the white knight. I'm gonna take advantage of the situation to show how good I am by making a post talking about how bad everyone else is. Like, just send your heartfelt thoughts out to Japan and how you're feeling. You don't have to turn it into a big wow, I'm so much better than those people that don't exist that are being terrible about, saying terrible things about this. Just calm down, just send your thoughts out and just be respectful, and that's all you need to be. Don't turn it into some drama, because everyone's turning into some drama, everyone's being disrespectful, because no one's being disrespectful. It's fine. So just don't bring attention to it. If anyone is, those people are idiots or probably children, so it's fine. Anyway, let's
exactly. And the fact is 99% of people are being lovely about it, and all these people are bringing attention to the 0.2%, which we don't want to do.
Yeah.
We just want to ignore those people and just be positive, be happy. That's what we need in these times.
It's not the time to be negative at all. Just don't bring light to it. Just be polite and be kind and just be patient. That's all it is. That's all you need to do. There you go.
Exactly. So the Nintendo Direct was going to happen on September the 6th. It's now possibly happening this week. A lot of people think it's going to happen on Monday. We are recording this on a Sunday. So not sure if that's going to work out. We'll find out soon. At the time of this recording, we have no idea when it's going to be. But a lot of people think Monday, because a Famitsu magazine is coming out in Japan later this week. And it says it's going to have a lot of insider scoops from the latest Nintendo Direct.
Okay.
So a lot of Smash Brothers information, possibly that would have been in that Direct. So if this Nintendo Direct comes after the Famitsu magazine comes out, possible massive leak there with all the information being out in the magazine. So everyone think it will happen on Monday, because on Tuesday is another horrible day. It is September the 11th, 9/11.
Okay.
So we either have coming out on Monday to sort of make sure this information gets out before the Famitsu, or it will probably happen this coming Thursday, a week after when it was originally supposed to come out. But of course, that means it could have possibly been leaked in the Famitsu, unless Famitsu decided to take this information out before it got published. Hopefully they did that. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Jimmy?
I don't know. My opinion is that it comes out whenever it comes out. Obviously, I think that due to Nintendo's due to legalities and stuff like that, they probably couldn't release the magazine at all, or the whatever it is, the articles or whatever it may be. They probably can't release that until the Direct has happened. So they'll probably have to postpone it. They'll probably have to remove some of that stuff, that information, if they're delaying the Direct even further. But most likely, to make things easier for everyone, they probably will just make the Direct on Monday. It makes it easier for the publishing company, so they don't have to completely republish the magazines and stuff like that. So, it makes it a lot easier if they do it on Monday. But totally understand if they don't. If they want to, leave it for a bit longer, it's totally fine. So, I don't know. Happens wherever it happens. I don't mind at all. Honestly, just let it be. And when it happens, it happens. So that's cool.
And of course, at the time of recording this, we don't know if it's going to come out on Monday. By the time this video gets up, Nintendo might have announced that it's happening.
Yeah, they might have announced it, yeah.
So if that's the case, look forward to Monday Nintendo Direct. If not, it's probably going to happen on Thursday. But a few information fell through the cracks because of this delay in the Nintendo Direct. A few companies forgot that the Nintendo Direct wasn't happening and decided to go and publish their news. So we're going to go over some of the news
Oh.
that came out.
Okay, I didn't know
Talk
about this.
if we think this news will come out at the upcoming Nintendo Direct, or if they think they're just going to throw it out, just say, don't worry about it. And the first big news is that Civilization 6 is heading to the Nintendo Switch this November. I don't know much about the Civ games. All I know is it's sort of like a turn-based strategy game.
Yeah.
Based on the world and history and all that kind of stuff. Some of my mates are hella into it, and it's kind of got me interested in what they talk about the game. But that's a pretty big deal of a game coming to the Nintendo Switch later this year. Bound to make a lot of people really excited. Jimmy, do you know anything about the Civ games?
I know they're very popular on PC, like PC players, like pretty much anyone that buys physical PC games probably plays Civ, because working in game retail, I will tell you, people go crazy for it that buy like physical PC games, which, like, again, not many people buy physical PC games, but if anyone does, they're usually getting like a Civ game or something similar to that, so it's cool to have it physical. I don't know if there's a mobile version that's available of that. Is there a Civilization mobile at all? There is a mobile. There is a mobile one, yeah. But this will be a console version though. That's handheld. So that's kind of cool for people that kind of want to do that. So, win-win.
Exactly.
Cool.
And I feel like this is still a big enough deal to show off in the Nintendo Direct. They published this on the website and they had a trailer to it. However, when you click play on the trailer, it says the video is unavailable. So obviously waiting for that Nintendo Direct to happen there. One of the other things that came out around the same time that the Nintendo Direct was supposed to happen is Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition HD.
Yeah, I saw that as well, yeah.
So me and Jimmy have been speculating this for quite a long time, that if Final Fantasy 15 was to come to the Switch, it would be the Pocket Edition, and that seems to be the case. The Pocket Edition also coming out on the PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah, it's the HD, Pocket Edition HD, so
Exactly.
it's definitely enhanced, which is good.
I believe it's already out on the Xbox One and PS4 versions, with a 40% off deal currently this week.
Cool.
And also coming to the Switch later this year. That's pretty exciting for all the people who have never played Final Fantasy 15, don't have a PS4, Xbox One, PC that can run it.
Definitely.
It's a good story. It's got some great banter between the boys. Jimmy, do you think they're going to show this one off at the Nintendo Direct, or do you think they're just going to let this one pass?
Oh no, I think that they're not going to change the Direct. I don't think they're going to allow what happens to change what the content of the Direct is. So even if there are these leaks, even if stuff is a thing, like Nintendo's never been known to remove stuff from something because there's been leaks and because there's been early announcements, because they want that promotion from an official source and they want that to come out and they want people to know about it, and people usually rely on Nintendo to actually get the information and they won't check other sites and stuff like that. So Nintendo will probably just keep it there. Like, it's still going to be the same 35-minute Direct that they had originally planned. It'll still be the same one. They might include a little excerpt at the beginning apologizing for the delay, and everyone will be like, that's fine, it's fine, guys. I expect that everything remains the same, and this will probably be in there. And I'm keen on this being on there, but also at the same time, I've got a PS4 and I've played Final Fantasy 15 on there, and I know that this mobile version is a little bit different. I thought it was a complete copy of the game. It was exactly the same, but I know that the combat is a bit different from what I know, and obviously the visuals are different, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the PS4 one, honestly. I'm cool with that, but it's cool that it's there for people that want to give it a go, and if people prefer the combat on that one, then cool, good for them.
Yeah,
anyway.
Exactly. We said that they won't change a single thing, but I think they will change one bit, and that was a Mega Man 11 demo came out the day that Nintendo Direct was supposed to happen, and it came out a few days earlier than the PS4 and Xbox One versions. So obviously that was going to be a sort of promotion in the Nintendo Direct, saying that you can try the demo now exclusively first on the Nintendo Switch. Obviously they're going to have to change that about, so we may see little tiny edits.
There will be edits. There'll be edits,
but nothing substantial. Another bit of news that came out got leaked on the Nintendo website, and that is the name for the new upcoming Yoshi game. A lot of people thought it was going to be called Yoshi's Flipped Around.
Now here's the thing. Flipped Around, thought it was a terrible title, but wait a second. Wait till you get to it.
So Yoshi's Crafted World
Oh, I would have preferred flipped around, honestly.
is the title for the new Yoshi game,
Yeah.
or very commonly known as Yoshi's Minecraft World.
That's
on
that's
Twitter at the
what I was
moment.
thinking. Yep, that's the one.
So
what are your thoughts?
I don't mind. It's a fun name, I guess.
It is,
It
it's
works
fine.
because everything's crafted and all that kind of stuff. The info isn't that massive because I'm interested to see more of the game. Just hearing the name of it doesn't really do all that much for me. How about yourself there?
It doesn't roll off the tongue well. That's the thing. And I had the issue with flipped around, but I think flipped around does roll off the tongue a little bit better than Crafted World. Like Yoshi's Crafted World, it's just kind of doesn't, like you say Yoshi's Woolly World. It's so easy, you can say it quickly and people know exactly what you're
That
saying. but it's
alliteration.
Yeah, and this one you had to be Yoshi's Crafted World, and it just feels awkward to say. And Yoshi flipped around would have been something that would have had some ease to say, and people know what you're talking about when you say it. Because when you say Crafted World, people immediately go, "Oh, Minecraft? Is that a Minecraft thing? Like, what's that?"
Is this the Yoshi DLC for Minecraft?
Yes, that's just this association with Minecraft that kind of ruins it a little bit as well. Not that Minecraft's bad. Minecraft's a fun game. I respect it. But it's just that association and just kind of makes the title feel a bit awkward. It doesn't, and people are memeing it, of course. So it's just one of those titles that I don't think works as well. And honestly, I feel weird saying this, but I would have preferred flipped around.
Oof.
I said
How the
I hated it
tables have
before.
turned.
Yep, absolutely. Like, it's not a good title, but I would have preferred it. Anyway.
Some more information that has come out is for StarLink Battle for Atlas, which is the upcoming Toys to Life game by Ubisoft, sort of a combination between No Man's Sky and the Star Fox series, and of course the Switch version having characters from Star Fox, which is pretty cool. And they're showing off some of the first gameplay of it, showing off Fox McCloud and the rest of Star Fox, and it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
It's showing off some exclusive gameplay, showcasing that Fox's inclusion in the game is more just a guest character. He actually has a part in the actual story of the Nintendo Switch version, which
That's
is
weird, but okay.
really exciting because the Nintendo Switch version has sort of like its own unique kind of story mode in a sense. So we'll probably see more about that game at the Nintendo Direct. I'm excited to see more on that because it actually looks so much fun. Are you excited to see more on StarLink?
Well, I haven't seen the new footage yet, so I'm excited to see the new footage at the very
Exactly,
least.
because I know you like your little spaceships and you're flying around.
I do, and I was looking at what was it, Everspace?
Everspace,
Is that
yeah.
the one? Everspace, and I was like, that looks cool, and I saw the gameplay, I was like, yeah, I wish it was a little bit more free, and honestly,
where this is StarLink is even more free. That's what I noticed when I watched the gameplay. I'm like, man, Jimmy will like that.
can you flip around like Yoshi? Like, you'd flip around and like move around like a little bit more freely.
I think
like
you can, from what I saw in space.
Cool. Because I've said this many times, that Star Wars Battlefront 2, the only upside to that game is the Starfighter Assault mode, because the flying is so good, and I just need a game that is solid and single player and very well made, just completely flying around like that. And if Starlink is that, it'll be the first Toys to Life game I'm ever going to get, because... or probably the only one ever, because Toys to Life is terrible, but this one's an exception because it's actually got, interesting gameplay qualities. I'm not hating on Skylanders or Disney Infinity or your Lego Dimensions, but also I am, so
But what about Amiibo?
Amiibo, they're not really Toys to Life, are they?
Well,
I wouldn't say they are.
kind of.
They're not, they are, but there's no, unless they do release an Amiibo game, they should actually do that. Where it's like, you can actually just, like a Skylander style, just like a toy box kind of thing, where we put them on, you just run around as Link and stuff, and then slash it around with a squid from Splatoon.
Oh, amazing. I've had that idea for years, trust me.
You have? Okay, cool.
One of the other news that have come out during the week is, I'm sure whether this is going to be a Nintendo Direct or not, but the timelines seem to converge. So it makes me think, possibly. So earlier this year, Japan recognized the Puyo Puyo series from Sega as an official eSport. And to celebrate that, Sega are going to be releasing, according to the Korean Game Board rating, Puyo Puyo eSports for the PS4 and Nintendo Switch. possibly later this year. What that means, no idea, but Puyo Puyo eSports coming out. I love me some Puyo Puyo Tetris. That was such an amazing puzzle game. Jimmy's not too keen on Puyo Puyo, are you? Because you're not good at it.
Yeah, no, I just don't like it. I'm great at it, actually. I'm really good.
Are you, though?
Okay, shut up. Look, what's an esport, man? I've got a lot of competition to be up against. I'm good in terms of the average players, but in terms of your esports, maybe not so much. But also, I think it's very weird to put esports in the title of a game. It very much kind
exactly.
It forces it into that category when it's like, I feel like an esport should just kind of happen on its own. It should become an esport without, forcing it into that. I mean, you probably can force it into that kind of realm, like by adding a lot of competitive and really balanced mechanics and stuff like that. Like, you can really kind of put it into that category. But like, I think just chucking esports in the title doesn't automatically make it like an esports game. Like, do they expect it to blow up and become an esport? Like, what if it doesn't? This game's going to be just like the laughing stock of the esport world. Because it's like, well, they wanted to be an esport. They even put it in the title and no one plays it. No one in the competitive realm plays it. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will do fine, but it just feels weird to kind of force it into that.
Yeah, and at the same time, it was rated. It's only been rated by the Korean Game Board, so it could be a work in progress title. That could just be the English translation for the Korean name. In English, it might be named something else. Who knows?
Okay.
We'll have to wait and see. It seems like that will be a digital kind of game. That's what it sounds like from the Puyo Puyo eSports. Doesn't sound like a big sort of physical blockbuster Puyo Puyo Tetris, but who knows? And over the past week, we've also got more information in regards to the Nintendo Switch Online service. So it seems like Nintendo finally is going to chat about the Nintendo Online service in this Nintendo Direct. We'll have to wait and see. They told off some information in regards to cloud saving and how most games will feature cloud saving apart from Splatoon 2 and a few others. So to combat cheating. But I feel like Splatoon 2 is one of the games that could really need cloud saving. Because imagine you get to level 100 or so and only for your Switch to die on you. And then you get a new Switch. Oh, look at that. You're back to level 1.
Yeah, that seems a bit kind of dumb, especially because Switches unfortunately are very common to malfunction a bit. So like, if you had it for a long time and something happened to it, like, and you just lost all that progress, that just kind of suck. Like,
So,
I feel like Splatoon would be one of those games you would need it,
in a statement, Nintendo said the vast majority of Nintendo Switch games will support save data cloud backup. However, in certain games, this feature would make it possible, for example, to regain items that had been traded to other players or revert to a higher online multiplayer ranking that may have been lost. To ensure fair play, save data cloud backup may not be enabled for such games. To ensure the save data cloud backups cannot be used in an unfairly affect online multiplayer ranking. So kind of like giving multiple people your account sort of thing so they can help you level up to level 300 super quickly. I don't know, it's a bit of a shame.
I feel like you probably could patch the game itself. Like, I feel like if you patch the game in a certain way, I don't know what the solution would be, but I feel like the solution isn't to disable cloud saves. I feel like the solution is to find out how to stop people from doing this with cloud saves. So, I don't know, I feel like it just seems a bit unfair to do that.
Yeah.
I don't like that, really. I hope they can work around it somehow.
So, that's all the news that we know. But now it's time for the fun part. It's time to speculate.
Oh,
speculating is always fun.
Game theory! Oh my god! Cool.
So, the first thing I think we may see is, do you reckon we'll see some Smash Brothers? Because I think we're going to see some more Smash Brothers. Possibly that new secret, possible single-player spirits mode. What do you think there, Jimmy? Do you think?
That thing. I forgot about that. I think they will probably show off the mode, if not this month, then probably in the next couple of months, because of course it's coming out December. I feel like they want to reveal it at least this month or next month, because then it's November, then straight up December. So they probably want to have everything revealed in the game, or everything that you want to promote, at least like put out there into the world by the end of October. So I would say most likely we will, but if we don't, it'll be next month, so we wouldn't have to worry too much about it. So yeah, no, I'm keen to see some Smash Brothers stuff. Just some character reveals of, like, obviously I feel like at this point they've told us that, oh, we're not going to get any more characters, but I feel like with the characters they show, it doesn't feel like it's the end of what they're showing off. I feel like that it's just a couple more. And I feel like they haven't finished it off. I feel like it'll take Sakurai to actually like say the words, "This is all the characters in the game. We're announcing that's the final character." So I feel like we haven't got everything yet. So we're going to see characters, yeah. Any theories on any characters in particular?
Well, this is just a theory, a game theory. But I do feel possibly a Xenoblade 2 representation. We've got the new Xenoblade 2 DLC coming out this month, the massive Torn of the Golden Country. So it may have a Pyra or Mithra reveal to sort of coincide with that release. Maybe, possibly, who knows?
Okay.
Might get the Rabbids.
The Rabbids?
Maybe.
I'm not feeling the Rabbids anymore.
Not feeling that one anymore?
But I feel like just by the track record
They've been going for it and just revealing again. I've mentioned it so many times, but they're really representing Japanese developers and Japanese developed games. I don't think they've ever had a Western game.
King K. Rool was developed by Rare.
True, but it is from a Japanese focused series. Like it's derived from Japan is what I meant to say. So I don't know. I'd say I don't know. That's my thing. It could be, but like I feel like in with Rabbids they are like just strictly a Western company made by Western developers.
They are a French creation.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so they're French. Is that Western? That's Western. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. I was like, for a second, I was like, wait, what? Anyway, no, you put me off. But yeah, no. So I don't know if Rabbids anymore. But yeah, are you still keen for your ARMS characters? Possibly?
I really want an ARMS character.
Yeah, but you feel like it would have been announced earlier.
Yeah.
It might have been announced earlier if it was going to happen. So it might be a bit late.
I feel like Nintendo's sort of going for more of the legacy characters. That's why
they're grabbing their classics.
Castlevania. We've got some King K. Rool. We've got Ridley. So maybe we'll see Shadow the Hedgehog in there.
I mean, you might. They really seem to be going for long-wanted characters, like characters people have been like begging for. So if there's any more of those, I feel like you've got a chance of seeing that, because the track record so far is pretty much every character they've announced has been a character that people have been asking for years.
Exactly. So a lot of people may think might get Geno. Personally, I'm not too bothered. I've never played the game before.
Okay.
I know quite a few people who just never heard of him, apart from just the people who love Smash Brothers. A lot of people want Isaac from the Golden Sun games. These are very niche characters. I
don't know any of these characters. I want Goku, man. Let's get Goku.
Let's get Goku and Shrek in the game. Come on, Sakurai.
Yes, let's get Sora. Let's get all the characters everyone wants. That's never gonna happen. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see.
I'm just looking forward to being surprised.
Yeah, with those
but then
Nintendo
also
curveballs,
looking forward to being like, of course it's that guy. How could I not think of him? Which the past sort of reveals have made me go, oh, of course I'd put Ridley. Of course I'd put King K. Rool. Of course this is in a story mode. Of course it's a character reveal. As a throwback to our last discussion there. So there we go. Smash Brothers information, possibly the Spirits mode, if that's what it's called. Maybe a new character reveal, a new Echo reveal. Who knows? Do you reckon we'll get anything on the new Metroid Prime game though?
It doesn't feel like a good time for it. I feel like probably next E3 is probably it's probably one of those games that they want mass excitement for. And I feel like this is my biggest guess of them all. It just kind of came into my head. But I feel like alongside Metroid Prime 4, they probably will reveal a trilogy set, like an HD trilogy, on Switch, because I feel like a lot of people haven't played it, myself included. So it'd be weird to just release Metroid Prime 4 without, obviously having that big opportunity to have more people give those games a go, and then also profit from making those again. So I feel like that's very likely. So if we do get a Metroid Prime 4 announced, I feel like we'll get to see those as well, like an HD remake of those. But I feel like probably not in this direct, honestly. But I just want to throw that out because I just thought of that and I was like, that makes sense to me. Anyway,
I agree with you there. That I feel like Metroid Prime 4 is sort of like something they would reveal for the first time at E3.
a big event.
Yeah.
A big event.
But something I think they might show off at this coming Nintendo Direct is the new Fire Emblem Three Houses. Still a pretty dumb name. But the game looks absolutely gorgeous. Coming out in the second quarter of 2019. So I feel like this Nintendo Direct will showcase games the final few months of 2018 and maybe the first half of 2019 leading up to
maybe.
the E3 sort of season.
Yeah, maybe.
So I feel like they're going to show more of Fire Emblem. Maybe sell Fire Emblem on Jimmy. Maybe
Hey?
might sell you on the series. Might give you make go. Ooh, I might give this a shot. Or you're just not keen at all.
I don't really care at the moment. It did look kind of cool, but like at the same time, it's not really my kind of gameplay style. But I don't think it will get announced. I feel like it's one of those games, very much like Metroid Prime 4, is when like it gets announced, they show it, and then you don't see anything for a while, like a long time you don't see anything. So I feel like it might crop up like March next year, like next time you'll see that game. Something like that. I don't know. When's it set to come out?
It's set to come out in the second quarter of 2019.
Okay, so
it's possible.
maybe February or something.
And we already had that whole not hearing anything about the game for a while because it got announced January 2017, only to be shown off properly June 2018. So it was over a year of just silence on the game.
Maybe you'll see something, like a little something, but I don't know. It feels like one of those games that are really big that you need to dedicate a lot of time to, and this feels like it's 35-minute direct. It says 3DS and Switch. I feel like it's going to be very like bullet points, like these games are coming out in the next couple of months.
That's true. But at the same time, Nintendo's E3 is sort of like that as well. They're sort of just like, all right, let's get through this. It's never really been to focus on like one thing. Oh, actually, yeah, it does do that. But not like multiple sort of things.
That has been, yeah. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. We were
We'll
talking about Fire Emblem so much. I don't know why.
Let's move on to the next one. Bayonetta 3. So they revealed Bayonetta 3 at the Game Awards last year. I remember I was super hyped for that. I was around Jimmy's house that day, but he was actually working. So I was just in his bedroom watching. That sounds a bit strange. Watching the Game Awards, and all of a sudden they showcased Bayonetta. I'm messaging Jimmy, Bayonetta, because he knows I'll be some Bayonetta.
Love you some Bayonetta, yeah.
We haven't heard anything on Bayonetta 3 since that reveal. Possible, maybe a proper reveal trailer, sort of story trailer, maybe. Who knows?
We'll see.
It seems like sort of a game that wouldn't be like a massive E3 sort of reveal.
Probably not.
So I'm thinking there's a possibility we might see it here. Something else I think we might see is Sega is planning on releasing their past Sega Mega Drive, Master System, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast games in the form of the Sega Ages collection, where they're going to be porting Sonic the Hedgehog 1. They're going to be doing Alex Kidd, Phantasy Star, among many more, with new added modes, extra features. For example, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 will have the drop dash from Sonic Mania, which is pretty cool. It sort of makes the whole game fresh and new again, and the fifth playthrough or more for me. And that's really exciting. It was supposed to originally come out in August, but they delayed it to September. I'm thinking that might be because they were waiting for the Nintendo Direct to come out so they could advertise it, get the word out there more. So I feel like we might get a shadow drop for the Sega Ages titles at this Nintendo Direct.
Oh, so just like it's out now.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Yeah, no, that sounds cool. I feel like that'd be a good way to promote it.
Exactly. Would you have any interest in playing some of the old Sega games, such as Sonic 1 with Sonic Mania Drop Dash, and some other Sega classics that you've never probably heard of before?
Yeah, well, they're highly praised, so maybe, if I have time, we'll see.
And
maybe.
A working Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, no, I still don't have my charger for it. Don't worry, I'll get one soon.
Don't worry, the saga continues. We'll keep you updated on that one.
I'll keep you updated on my charger.
So those are some of my predictions. Jimmy, what do you think they're going to show off at E3? E3? What am I talking about? At this Nintendo Direct?
I don't know. I never know how to answer this because it's just like they just show things and I'm like, cool, I didn't see this coming, or cool, I should have thought of this. So I'm shrugging so much and you can't see me.
Or just a bunch of stuff you just don't care about in the slightest.
Yeah. No. So I feel like it's gonna be stuff that I probably should have thought of that I can't think of right now. It's also gonna be stuff that I don't care about at all. And what was the third option?
There was a third option.
Just something that'll just make me go, oh wow, cool, man. So that's my theory. I don't know. I never have anything specific. I've stopped going in with expectations now, which is probably not good that I'm co-hosting this channel because I never have expectations now. But I mean, it's cool to hear what you think, Scott. I'm glad to be here. But I supply some commentary on your opinions and what you think, so it's okay. But no, I'm just excited to see, and I'm cool with the delay that they've had, and yeah. Whatever. I don't have any theories.
So, of course, as well as the Switch games, we're also going to be seeing some new 3DS games. In the last Nintendo Direct that did that, they probably showed off 3DS for about 5 minutes, and they swiftly moved on to talk about Mario Tennis.
It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same.
Do you reckon they're going to show off the exact same games they showed off last time? Because last time they showed off the Mario and Luigi RPG,
they had the ones that were like,
coming out 2019.
What the heck was that? That was such a weird thing. I hope they come back with that. Now, like, never mind, the game's coming out today. Get it today. So I don't know. 3DS. I think it's gonna last like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go 30 minutes of Switch, like guaranteed. Like you'll get maybe 5 minutes of 3DS. I say 25 total minutes of just Switch games, and I think you get like a 5-7 minute like segment to get dedicated to the Switch Online and talking about that, because as you've said, that's a thing that's happening. Isn't it happening this month?
It's happening at the second half of this month. No one's excited for it. No one cares for it. No one's happy about it.
They have to give us a reason. They're gonna have like a 10-minute segment telling us why it's worth it.
The only reason would be buy it or you can't play online.
I know, but like they've got to like start promoting something, because otherwise they're not going to do very well with it. Like obviously people want to play online, but I feel like not enough people are willing to just pay to play online. Like they've got to just immediately go like have a 10-minute segment dedicated to what the benefits are, and then be like, you're also going to get free games from like our library of old games and stuff like that, and you'll also be able to try out some other games and stuff like that. Like I feel like giving us a library of old games to play for free would be sick. That would be something that would be an incentive. It's like a Netflix subscription basically at that point, and then the benefit you can play online. So like I hope they just give us something like a really good incentive.
Exactly.
That's what I'm keen for. I really hope so.
Also hoping, just a random thought that just came to my head, can we get YouTube? Can we get Netflix, please?
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, I had customers recently asking about Netflix and YouTube on it, and I was just like, it's probably gonna come, but it's not here yet. So like, and it's hard because people really want Netflix on everything, and they didn't buy it because they wanted their kid to be able to go on YouTube and like not use like their phone all the time.
Yeah,
they want to have them have a console and also be able to watch YouTube Kids and watch Logan Paul and Jake Paul break the system. So yeah, no, I feel like it's beneficial, but they haven't done it yet, which sucks. But I don't know if that's Nintendo's fault or if that's YouTube's fault. I feel like it's Nintendo's fault. They're probably like stopping it because they have an issue with YouTube quite a bit, don't they? They just don't. They don't know how to. They don't know how fair use works at all. They just don't.
Because a lot of Nintendo fanboys, I'm sorry for outing you here, people, they do go, oh, well, you don't need it on your Switch. You got your phone for that. You got your computer. But in this day and age, it's all about bringing everything to one system. And it's about the ease of access type
It's
thing.
also about the kids as well.
Exactly.
Like it's not about you. Nintendo's biggest market, and I know people that will deny this till like the day they die. But no, Nintendo's main demographic is kids, like lots of kids, and they want that YouTube and that Netflix on there to be able to access that.
They want to watch Logan Paul on the go.
parents want that. Everyone wants that because then it'll stop them from having to use their iPad, the family iPad or the iPhone. They've just got it all on there. They've got their own Switch. They can play the games, watch their YouTube, do whatever they want. So that's something that people want, and that's probably what they're gonna get hopefully soon. Like, don't think about yourself for once in your life, Nintendo fans, because you're not the only ones that play it. There's kids too, and they matter too. As much as you may hate them, you know, they matter too in the
Kids,
world.
eh?
They're the future, man. They're the future. Oh god, so many Jake Paul and Logan Paul fans. Okay, Logan Paul's a pretty chill dude. He's pretty chill. I'm okay with Logan now, but Jake. But people that watch Jake Paul today, one of those is going to be the president.
Oh my lord.
Think about it, man.
That's crazy. And with that thought, it's time to wrap up. The Nintendo Direct probably happening sometime this week. Has it been announced by the time this gets uploaded?
Probably.
Let past us know. If it hasn't, thank goodness for that. So this video is still relevant.
Should we check Twitter right now?
Yes, just check Twitter. Has it been announced yet?
Just pop on Twitter right now.
Not
we
yet.
end it.
I
Not
reckon
yet.
by the time this video gets uploaded, which usually takes about 3 hours of my terrible internet, it will probably be announced by then. But if it gets announced while I'm editing this, I'll put some big text right here saying it got announced with all the details right there. And if it hasn't, I'm just going to write something else. It's probably a funny joke. That was funny, Scott. Well done. Do you
It's
reckon?
not funny at all.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's not funny. It's really not.
Oh, okay. So that's our thoughts on what we might see for the Nintendo Direct. Also hoping for Yakuza. It won't happen, but I'm just saying that just to put it out there. But yeah, I've been Scott. That's been Jim. I'm going back to play some Spider-Man on my PS4. Oops, should have said that. But we'll see you in the next video. We'll be reacting to the Nintendo Direct. I'm looking forward to it. Jimmy is too. I'm speaking for him now. But until then,
Thanks.
stay subscribed. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, we said bye at the same time. Oh my gosh.
Cute.